this is Preeti Bala. I'm from the Department of Computer Science. Today I'm going to teach you the process modeling. When we talk about the process modeling, it's a part of the software engineering. So as in my previous video, I just go through with the SDLC phases, that the waterfall model. And when we talk about the SDLC phases, the first phase is basically the requirement and first phase is basically planning, then the requirement analysis, and then design. Designing is where we actually prepare the SRS, which is the software requirement specification. It means that we are making the document of proposed system. Okay, there is a two kind of SRS, one for the customer and the other one for the other prepared by the developer. So process modeling is the part of SRS. Okay, it means that if you can understand in a better way that what exactly the process, then you can make a better software, a better product. So it is directly proportional to that. So accordingly, I am going to teach you what is process modeling. This is exactly the background. So process modeling, we have the different kind of diagrams where we can understand the graphical representation of process. Okay, what exactly the data flow, what the business flow, how the people working, how the data is going to be stored, everything. But so the one which is the UML, that is the unified modeling language. Flow chart, you all of know that if you want to show the flow of particular process, and then the DFD, which is the data flow diagram, which also plays a significant role. Whenever you are making a software, you can have a better understanding of a process through the DFD. So today we are going to talk about the DFD, which is the full name of DFD is data flow diagram, as we also known as a bubble chart. Okay, bubble chart means, and there is some specific notations and symbol. We talk about that specific notations and symbol, and through the graphical representation, we can have a better understanding of a particular process. Say for example, if we are talking about that, if I'm giving you a written description about a particular process, that this process is doing this. So it might be that you have probably you don't have a good understanding of that particular process. But if you talk about in a graphical representation, because the picture says the 1000 words, that the significance of the DFD, UML and the flow chart. So this DFD helps us to elaborate the particular process, and when we can have a better understanding of the process, then we can make a good product and good software. So DFD shows the flows of data, that how data is moving from one particular place to another place, and they describe system as collection and they are manipulated as a functions. So they have a specific notations and symbol, as I told you. So there is a two kind of DFD, one which is the logical DFD and the other one that is a physical DFD. When we talk about the logical DFD, what it is, this kind of DFD basically concentrate on the system process and flow of data of the system. Why they are talking about system? When like we are developing a SRS. So if you are developing SRS, it means that you have a better understanding. You need to know that what exactly your system is doing. So in this case, first what you will do, you will describe your system. You need to understand the system, then you can describe your system. So in this case, you will take the help of DFD, which is the data flow diagram. Through the graphical representation, you can have a better understanding, in spite of though some people they are non-technical in your project, they can also have understanding that what is the process and how the data store is going, what exactly happening. So there is a two kind of DFD, one which is the logical DFD, where you concentrate the system process and flow of data. Okay, for example, if you talk about the banking software system, how data is moved between the different entities. Okay, and one which is the physical DFD, that is basically the logical DFD. And when you talk about the physical DFD, this type of DFD shows how the data flow actually implemented in the system. Okay, so let's talk about DFD can represent source, destination, storage and flow of data. As I talk about, it is the graphical representation of a process. When you talk about the graphical representation of a process, then you have to know that what is the specific symbols and notation of a particular data storage, data flow and the entities. There is a basically 4 symbol, okay, that we used broadly in DFD. One which is the entity, the other one that is the process, the third one that the data is stored, and this is the data flow. Entity, what exactly the entity? When you talk about the entity, it means like I'm entity, okay, the system is entity, the keyboard is entity. So what is relation between two entity? What is basically how the data is flowing between two entities? And process we represent from the from rectangle, we are representing the entity. When we talk about the process, that the oval shape which is the process, and data is stored, you may represent with this. Either you can just draw the 2 lines and you can give the data store representation, and data flow bidirectional could be, and it may be the one directional, that are known as the flow of data. So these are the hardcore 4 symbol that we use the DFD when we want to represent a process, that what exactly the process. So like we talk about the entities are basically the source and destination of our information data, that where data is comes and where it has been consumed. Data from where it is coming and where it has been consumed, and entities are represented as a rectangle. When you talk about the process is what? That the series of activity that is represented by a circle are the represented by round edge rectangles. When you talk about the data storage, these are 2 variants of data storage. It can be either represented as a rectangle with absence of both smaller sides. When you talk about the data flow, movement of data is what exactly? Towards which the movement of data is going on. You will show it with arrow. First you need to know that where we use the DFD to represent a process in a graphical manner, we use the DFD. DFD also known as a bubble chart. DFD is basically known as a data flow diagram. It's not a flow chart. It's not a sequence diagram. It's a data flow diagram, that what is the movement of data in a process. Because if you want to develop a software, then you have to know that what exactly the data. So this is the small introduction about the DFD. I hope that you got it. In our next video, we will continue the DFD, that what is the labeling of DFD and what we exactly, how to make the DFD and what we do exactly in DFD. Thank you so much.